Hey guys, so this podcast is a little different than when I normally have a guest on. I know normally I just kind of interview them, I guess. But this time I had on a friend of mine and a very good comedian by the name of Paul Landwehr. Paul and I talk on the phone all the time, and it's fun. It's really fun for me. And we decided to we were on the phone. We just figured we'd have an impromptu podcast, right? Like we literally just said, all right, let's regroup in 30 minutes and we'll do it. So we just, no plans, no ideas. We just decided to do it and just riff. And so it's a little bit different. It's not, it didn't have any real direction. It's just us messing around, being goofy. A lot of it is me just making Paul feel uncomfortable because that's fun for me. saying shit he doesn't want to hear. I don't know. It's fun for me. It was a lot of fun for me to make this. I know it's a little unorthodox from what I normally do, but Paul is a amazing comedian out of New Hampshire. He does shows around New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, pretty much all over New England. So if you're looking for some comedy, go check out Paul Landwehr. He is, and I'm being honest now, he's probably my favorite dude to watch. Right? Comics have like a favorite comic to watch do stand up, and Paul is up there. He's definitely in my top 3, if not my top 1. So anyway, just that's my introduction for him. Check him out, and hope you guys have fun and you enjoy listening. So I was very hot, so I took my shirt off. Also, you said 1:30. I forgot that you're an hour ahead of me now because America's being gay right now.
Well, if you're already going to start with bashing my country, then I'm going to exit this immediately.
Dude, it's it's 1:40 here right now. You guys turned your clocks ahead like a week or two ago, apparently.
I like that you say "you guys" like you're not originally from Selfie.
Yes, but I'm not there right now. Also, if I could get away with not doing it, I would. Like if it was like if I could just get away with showing up an hour late everywhere, what's going on here?
Well, if I'm not going to make it in comedy, I want your viewers to know at least I'm athletic. I want the bicycle in the back.
Oh yeah, you haven't been lifting, have you, Paul? Because if you had been, you would have started this podcast with your shirt off as well.
No, I didn't do the prep. I didn't shave enough.
Hey, I did chest day today, and my back is fucking killing me. Is that normal, or am I just really doing something wrong?
No, that's good. That's good. Sometimes when I do my back, or sometimes when I do my chest, I get my traps hurting me. I also bench I also bench in the 300s. Not sure if you're there yet, bro.
So I don't believe that. Number one. Number two, I'm on kilograms, so I don't know where I am right now.
Wait, hold on. Do you not believe that I bench in the 300s?
I could see you maybe squatting.
Wait. Hold on. So literally on my Instagram, all I post, every other post is me benching. I am benching constantly 3 plates on each side. I will send it over to you if you'd like, but I literally post how much I bench all the time. And I'm benching like the other day I benched 335.
Shit. Oh man, hold on one second, dude.
Can't get that going. Are you recording?
I am, but I also don't have my microphone. I just realized, so the audio is gonna be terrible until I put that in.
There we go.
I'll be right back.
I can't believe you don't think I benched in it. Like, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. I mean, not that it really matters too much, but geez, my top bench ever is 370. Now I got to send you that one.
370.
I don't care if I'm talking. No, I just can't believe that you don't think I benched in the 300. You think I my highest squat's 430.
Dude, that just seems like a lot.
It's too much. I mean, I don't go to do that powerlifting anymore, really. But I still bench. I'm built for bench. And literally, that's one One thing I'm built for is laying down and pushing.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This is normally things start much better. I just fucked up everything. Microphone, speakers. All right, there we go. You can hear me, right? Do I sound better?
This is literally a USA powerlifting medal. I came in first place. I won a national championship.
I actually didn't know you won a national championship.
I did not win a national. I won a New Hampshire
used
championship.
To be really fit. Like I remember you putting up videos where you were doing like 800 push-ups or some shit, you know?
Is there something right now? Is there something about what I'm wearing that makes you think I'm not fit right now?
Who gave you that medal?
First of all, this isn't a national championship. It is a New Hampshire championship.
Okay. So why doesn't it have a picture of Old Man on the Mountain on it?
That's a good question, to be totally honest.
So I thought in my mind when you said 130, I was like, oh, he's gonna make me wait. And I went and just took a fucking nap. And I was ready because you were like, oh, let me get my coffee. I'll do it right now. And then you say 1:30, and I'm like, well, there's 90 minutes from now. So.
Well, many times you've asked me to be on this, and I've always been ready to go.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You fucking cunt. Here's what happens. I say, hey, let's set up a time and do it. And you say, you give me bullshit, and you just you jerk me around like a Taiwanese prostitute, and then you and I will be on the phone, and then you go, hey, let's do it now. And I'm like, dude, it's 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night, you've had 30 beers, you've had 15 edibles. It's not the right time.
Remember which makes all my medal earning even more popular that I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic.
You don't even do any hard drugs. You still smoke, or you just pop an edible every
I just pop edibles. No more smoking for me.
That is a healthier way to do it. Do you do the drinks?
No, those are they taste disgusting.
They're not supposed to taste good, man. They're supposed to fuck you up.
Yeah, but just have a couple gummies and you're good to go. Anyways, I just gotta say this that this medal's cool, but this one right here is my prized possession right here. Let me get that one going really quick here. This one is.
Why is that bike so small? What is that? That's not a real bike?
That is not a real bike hanging. The ugly sweater 4-miler completed that bad boy. Let's not forget who the motherfucking champ is right here. We allowed to swear in your little podcast, huh?
Are you kidding me? You've listened to my podcast before. I called you a cunt within the first 3 minutes of the show opening. It's highly encouraged for you to swear.
That's what's great about selling gutters during the day. You can't cancel that. No one else wants to do it.
Do you remember when you and I were going to have a podcast?
Yes.
What were we going to call it?
Well, it was originally me and Drew's, but I came up with the name so I can bring it wherever I want. It's called Shepherd's Pie.
Thanks. I'm glad. I'm a backup because Drew became successful.
It's my name though. It's the Shepherd's Pie. I came up with the name that's totally my name, so it's Shepherd's Pie, and I still am going to do something with that for sure.
And then you blew me off. You didn't want to do it anymore.
God, when does this thing start? That's what I want.
It's already. Hey, this is. Wait, we are recording, right? Oh no, we're recording.
I see. It says record right there.
So what's going on, Paul? What's going on up there in the Granite State?
Well, I just got back from a gutter appointment earlier today. I sell windows, gutters, and roofing. And
Paul's also an amazing comedian, but by day he goes door to not door to door. These are not cold calls, right?
Thank God. No, I used to do that for ADT. I used to cold call, and I never got shot. That's people ask, how's the day going? Well, didn't get shot, did we? Then I move on. So. But no, everything is appointment based. I was there 7 minutes late because there was an accident. I knocked on the door. He goes, whoa. And I said, hey, Jim? And he goes, yeah. I said, gutter appointment? He goes, oh, I forgot you were coming. It's like, oh, don't worry. It only took me an hour and a half to get here.
Where were you, in Maine?
No, I was in Massachusetts, somewhere in Mass. I forget what part. I'm not going to look at my phone because I have this recording just in case you chop it up or anything. I want evidence that I didn't say any of the shit that you may chop up and do. You know, you're very risky in these things. I like to keep it. I like to keep it clean. Best Trump impression out there. I like to keep it clean. See, it's really good.
I've never. Did you do that on stage?
No.
Why?
Because I don't do the Trump because I like how bad I am at doing the Trump. It's the best Trump impression that's out there. I'm the only one doing it. Ask around. I'm the only one.
What? But why? I don't understand. Why don't you just do it? It's funny.
I'm good at doing impressions of everyday people that no one knows, and it doesn't always translate because they're like, "Who's Kurt from the gym?"
You know, people love impressions, right?
I love impressions. Yes, I personally love impressions. Like last night, I was watching Dana Carvey's Biden. I love it. I think it's so funny.
Yeah. Does he have a good Biden? What were you watching it on?
Yeah, it was a YouTube short, and he was on late night. And he was just talking about like when Biden's pretty much done what he's saying. He's like, but this and that and the Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's.
Have you seen Kyle Dunnigan's Biden?
Yes, I thought that was really funny too. Yeah,
I think he's probably the best impressionist, hands down.
Yes, he's really good. Jamie Foxx, obviously Shane Gillis, but Jamie Foxx does a really good Trump. Our boy Drew Dunn does a great Trump, but I like to I'll message Drew sometimes and just do the worst Trump ever just to kind of, talk shit to him, So
you mean to just like give him
cut your hair, cut your hair. No one likes it. We did a poll. Look at the polls. No one likes your hair. Shave your head.
Or is this like a political thing? You guys are having a political argument.
No. Usually it's usually one way. I usually just send him something. I don't always get anything back. Yeah. Happens a lot. It's a lot. I send messages to all kinds of people. And sometimes people respond, some people don't know if most people are like, it's 10 p.m. What are you doing?
Well, that's because his career is taking off. And you're selling gutters, and I'm in Colombia scraping dog shit off my shoes.
Oh.
I will say for listeners, listening, Paul likes to call me after he does a sale, and listening to you tell me about the like when you leave a place and the people make you so depressed you need me to talk you back from the ledge. Those are some of the highlights of my day.
I'm glad you're happy. I'm literally on the verge of just being like, I'm done. But
dude, I'm coming home in 2 weeks. And as soon as I come home, I'm going to get 5 hours of sleep, and I'm going to go work a Bad Bunny concert. I'm going to go hump fucking deck in the TD Garden, severely underpaid, blow my back out for mediocre at best money. And I'm going to do that all fucking year because my wife can't work. So this is not. Hey,
you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
You want to get something funny? You
know what? Actually, if you could talk the whole time while your guest just watches you talk, I'd love that.
The state of New Hampshire, I think I told you I told you about how I got a speeding ticket. And back in October, by some cunt cop on 93, they finally mailed the letter out for my court date, Paul. It's next week.
You're going to court for a speeding ticket.
Yeah, I denied it. It was $250. I'm trying to fight the thing. I had to send something to my mother, have her mail it to Concord. And then I had to call Concord to make sure it went there. And the lady bitched me out for not making court. And I explained that I'm in another country and I can't make it. She's like, you can call in. And I go, my phone service is not good. Also, I'm going to be on an island the day of my court hearing.
I mean, yeah, next time just pay the fine.
How about you just go for me?
You want me to go for you?
Go for me.
Oh man, I'll end up getting you more charges or something. You know what I mean?
Like in Good Will Hunting when he has Ben Affleck, go for him to that job interview.
Yeah, I love that Louis C.K. Just to talk more successful comics. I love his bit about Good Will Hunting, just about Matt Damon. He goes, and I'm going to write this story about how I'm wicked smart. I fight everybody. And then he talks about how do you like them apples? What if he said how do you like them bananas? Well, how about those bananas? Can you edit that part out? Because I don't want to.
No, that one's going in a TikTok or an Instagram reel. Hey, you have nothing to worry about. I'm getting smashed right now on social media by fucking teenagers because of my bad Spanish pronunciation. Dude, they're trying to bully me. I have high school kids trying to bully me, Paul. And I need you to understand how much effort it takes for me not to write, your mother doesn't love you, fucking kill yourself. Like it really. You never get bullied online? You never people
I
you?
showed you one comment. I had one of my favorite jokes. Someone said something about it, and I didn't understand the comment at all. And then I deleted the comment, and then I actually lost a like out of it. So I'm like, oh, he's probably complimenting. So yeah, I don't know. I think if you're getting any sort of traction, that's probably a good thing. I know that the crowds. I mean, if I post my videos and the crowds are laughing, and I don't care what anyone says. The crowds are laughing. I don't know why the algorithm hates me. I don't know what to say about it. You know. But then again, I mean, I don't want to come across like I don't love I have a great life. I have nothing to complain about. Crowds are liking me. The algorithm hates me. That next level is probably not going to happen. But you know what? Springtime's here, and gutter sales are going to happen. You know what I mean? Gutter sales, windows.
You have a fantastic life. It also depends.
I really do.
On what the next level is. Because I woke up at 2:30 last night and I had to just like lay on the couch and have one of those moments where you go, oh, I do have it good. Relax.
Yeah.
What's the next level though? You know?
I think it's just like when you go to Christmas, like next year, you kind of just show your family. It's like, look at that, 10,000 likes. See that? I am funny. I am funny.
Hey, dude, I did that with my family. Do you know what they did? My aunts and uncles, they just were like, whatever. I explained that I had like 6 million views, and they go, they just looked the other way. Like they completely unregistered it. They go, yeah, I don't fucking care, dude. You're still a loser. There was no, they're not going to give you anything, dude.
No, I don't know. In all honesty, it is just one of those things where it's everything. I don't want to like. You're going to be like, Paul, don't worry about this, Paul. So that don't be. I am always competitive, no matter what it is, and I don't. It's not like I'm like, oh, I got to always win, but I would like to be. I like to stand out at things. I don't do things to just be like, to suck at them. So if you're good on stage, you get a better camera, you put it out there. It would be cool to kind of be competitive. Views wise with some of these people that have been doing it 30 seconds compared to over a decade. It'd be nice to be like, hey, okay, you're getting some traction here, you're getting a following. If you get a following, maybe locally you can sell out some stuff. That would be cool. That's the whole goal, is to have people kind of be like, I just want I want an audience. I want an audience. And people after shows are like, Juice, how do I find you? I'm like, I took down my website because I quit 2 years ago. And I'm not putting it back up because you don't come. It doesn't matter.
It's not 1993. You don't need a fucking website. You don't need a website.
But did you hear the other stuff I was saying? It's like, I want to get views because I don't want to have to move. I like New England. I don't want to have to move. I want to have people come out to see me locally, and then that'd be awesome.
Well, do you make sure that every tag you use is a local tag?
I could probably do that. No, I don't do that.
All your hashtags should be completely local shit. Especially if you're doing anything and specifically come up with some jokes that are very relevant to local politics in New Hampshire or just the zeitgeist of New England.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Like, I don't know, dude.
I mean, I got a couple of things.
I don't know. Talk about fucking Fritz Weatherby's scrotum, like you have a good Fritz Weatherby of New Hampshire Chronicle ball bag joke. And I promise you'll be the next Justin McKinney. No time.
See, love Justin McKinney. That would be that. So some people are like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. I would love to be the next Justin or Bob Marley. That would be dope.
I think that's fantastic. I don't know. I don't look at the. I mean, obvious. Keep in mind, if I was rich and famous,
like a dream of mine would be like a dream of mine would be like headlining the Palace Theater in Manchester, New Hampshire. That would be fucking amazing. Like a 10-year plan. Even though I said this 10 years ago,
you could do that
became a 20-year plan. But that would be awesome.
You could do that now if you wanted to.
It's 1,000. Not sure I could sell thousands.
What's your gimmick? You gotta have like a gimmick, right?
Well, I think I'm this is like a new start. To be totally honest, I'm very positive about comedy. I do love comedy. I'm a little bit, I get a little bit, I don't know, with Instagram, obviously you get a little bit, what am I trying to say? You get a little bit disheartened a little bit when you're like, shit, you know what I mean? That like the crowd's going, oh, like they're like, they're like laughing. And then you're like, man, if more people could see this, I think people would be like, oh, we should come out to see him. We should follow him. But it gets like 13 views. So it's like, oh shit, how do I get this so more people can see it? That's the only thing I'm saying with that. So away from that, I think I'm rebuilding. I have my first daughter. I am more of an adult than when I was 26. I have, I live in a home now. I have a good life, but I'm just kind of redoing it all. I'm kind of restarting. I think of it like a restart now. I've been doing it. June will be 12 years doing it, but I feel like I'm starting all over again, but in a good way, because now I go up on stage and I'm so much more confident without even trying to be. I'm just having fun. I don't have the same nerves that I used to. I go up there and I have like good nerves, but I'm not scared. I'm not like looking at people and like worried. Before I'd be so scared that I would like get mad. And I was like if they didn't laugh. Now I just kind of smile and I just kind of stay my life, and it's been going way better than ever used to.
You have it zoned in, because I'm going through something similar where dude, Paul, I'm confused. Like, when you hear, when someone's in
Well, I've always thought you were gay.
And they're confused about their sexuality. That's how I feel right now about my entertainment persona. Because part of me is this new Mike Bain that's Zen and, believes in God and prays and all that stuff. And then there's still the part of me that thinks finding a bag of cocaine in the park in Colombia is the funniest thing ever. And I want to put that video up, but all the Colombians who started following me and due to my Spanish joke are going to fucking hate me for it. So I also, dude, I saw this kitty the other day and he looks just like Hitler. He's got a little fucking Hitler mustache. And I videotaped him and I kept yelling, Signal, Signal. And I want to put that up. But can I do both? Like, I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck in between.
Well, I always wanted to be a clean comedian because I was like, I want to get clean work. But then I realized that like, I'm filthy, I mean, that's what I am. I'm very, it's almost innocent, but filthy at the same time. It's a rated R show, but at the same time, it's like, it's more of a hangover fun than it is Silence of the Lambs scary. It's just, you got to go with your gut and you got to go with something that everyone else is not doing. And for me, I talk about a bouncy ball coming out of a female's vagina. No one talks about that.
I don't think I've heard that joke.
Yeah, it's one of my best jokes. People always, are pretty, they always remember. People will message me bouncy balls. Like they'll send me pictures that they found on Google of bouncy balls. They'll be like, I'll never look at it the same. I'm like, yeah, you won't even, you'll smell the bouncy ball when you get one, right? It's like, that's what happens. So, and that's not because I'm trying to be gross. It's just, I had a dream where I was trying to get, I'm not going to say my bit, but either way, it was stuck in a girl's vagina and I caught it, put it in my pocket because I love bouncy balls, and pulled out a quarter and stuck it back in the vagina. So what else could get? So it's like, it's one of my better jokes. People seem to like it, but if I just try to always be cookie cutter and clean, I don't think, you're going to even like yourself. So if you think it's funny, you got to trust yourself. Just don't get shot.
I don't know how to be clean. I don't think.
No, but like with the Columbia thing, just don't get your ass kicked. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
no, if it's funny to you, they're gonna think it's funny. I bet you they would, the same way like if people make fun of, people make fun of New England for whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I talk about how everyone thinks that we all are hunters, but I live in the city. But they think that I'm from New Hampshire, so they think I have Lyme disease. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's funny to me because it's like everyone thinks this of New Hampshire. Well, if everyone thinks that of Columbia, which is cocaine, You know, it's they probably won't hate you for it, but I
Nah,
understand you
they
could be a little
they
nervous about it.
their sense of humor is nothing like ours. They don't
Really?
understand sarcasm. They think you're just being
Okay.
mean to them. They get angry and they get offended if you're in any way sarcastic.
Yeah.
When I make overly facetious jokes where I exaggerate something, it's like so that it's like the joke is that it's so outlandish it's not real. Like they just go, like I was being misogynistic and I made a joke in front of my wife to her cousin. Like I was like, yeah, I know everything about a woman's period. That's why I wrote a book on how to be a woman by Mike Bain. And she goes, you really wrote that? And I go, fucking no, 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 of course not. That's just
Oh,
also they're very sensitive about their national appearance. As Americans, we don't fucking care, right? Like we people
yeah.
9/11 school shooting jokes at us all the time. We're just like, whatever, you can't flush your toilet paper down the toilet, you fucking third worlder. I don't fuck. What do you? Shut up.
That's a
You're
rough one.
plumbing.
That's a rough one. I've been in Greece where the you have to, yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a weird one. The no flushing of the toilets. I mean, that's probably why they don't take. There's no sarcasm there. 'Cause there's nothing funny about that. You know what I mean?
It's such a weird feeling when you have to wipe your ass and then look for
That
something to
sets you. It
throw
just
in.
makes you physically. It makes you as a human feel. For me, it just feels so far back.
You have to
It's just
look
like,
at
whoa.
it.
Like what? No, 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 no. We got to move on. All right? We got to move on. Got to
it,
move on. We did the polls. Everyone's saying they don't like this subject. We've
you
asked everybody. They're all saying they do not like this subject.
I
Best
like this
Trump
subject.
impression. Excuse me.
Did you ever
Excuse me.
have to did you ever
Excuse
have
me.
to pay for toilet paper?
Maybe Rosie O'Donnell out of nowhere. See, the reference made no sense. It's called the worst Trump impression out there. Maybe Rosie O'Donnell.
How you gonna be the fucking ping pong pussy joke, but we can't talk about fucking dookie toilet paper?
Oh, it's just gross. I don't like it. It's just gross.
Do you have any shows lined up? I don't think I have a lot lined up right now, and I'm pretty nervous about them.
Well, this Saturday I'm trying to get two in. Democracy with Ben Quick and the comedy scene for Eric Taylor, or John Tobin show. And then I have the Rex Theater in Manchester, and then I got the Tupelo in July along with the Bull Run. So those are some good ones locally. So, and then I'm trying to get into the Rogue Island Comedy Festival. I hope they say yes. And then I'm trying to get into Skankfest with you, and I hope to get into that. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Skankfest would be awesome. I think that's totally up my alley as like a new dad who still has like this kind of humor, because I think I would fit right in Skankfest. I really think that would be a good scene for me, and I just like their style. I think they're hilarious. Louis J. Gomez, I'm a big fan of him. I think he's super funny.
Yeah, well, of course it is, man. Where else are we gonna go as men like us? Like, I don't know, we're white and we're not gay. That kind of just leaves Skankfest for us. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else is left. I'm looking forward to it too if I get in. Hopefully.
So what do we know by? So we have to wait until like April 20th, and
I got
will they
no
just?
I got
All
no
right.
fucking idea, dude. I didn't even look at it. I made you watch my video. That's like I had no idea. You know how long it's been since I
Good
submitted
video.
to a festival? I used to submit to every festival every year and then just sit there and watch the rejections trickle in. And then I would go to a festival, except it'd just be, dude, it would be the Cleveland Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I went to Cleveland. I took the subway from the airport. I got off my stop. Big loaf of human shit. Just big loaf of shit. Right as soon as the doors opened, loaf of shit.
Oh my God.
And then I did Burbank Comedy Festival. Imagine, Paul, imagine flying 3,000 miles to do one of Dick Doherty's old comedy festivals. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was a regional pay-to-play comedy festival. Actually, me, Drew, and Glowacki all went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly, I didn't get it.
I did Laugh Fest, which is annoying to say, Laugh Fest in Michigan, and I had one date at the Bob or whatever it's called, but then I got like two more when I was there, but at the same time, I was like, there was no artist badge. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to keep on naming things. There's no artist badge. I went there and I looked for an artist badge. I'm like, can I just have that so I can post it and show my family? See that? Artist. You see that?
I like that you're still. I like that you're still wearing your medal. Like it's been.
I got so many.
This entire.
Mike, keep talking for a sec. This may take a second.
So buying toilet paper to shit. That's really like that. Really knocks you down a peg, Paul. Like when you. I went to Prague and I had to take a dump and I didn't realize till after I took a shit that I didn't have toilet paper. And then as I eventually left the bathroom, I found there was an old lady there selling it.
I like that you say the bathroom. You know, my aunts say it like that. The bathroom. That's such a It's such like an upscale, high-end way to say it.
It's actually not. It's funny because when I go to certain parts of the country, people think I have an affluent accent when I don't. Like it's actually the complete inverse. Most of the elites don't have the accent. It's really just the poor that have it. I have some dude from Texas on my Instagram, Paul, saying that I'm faking my accent. What are you, Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle ain't got shit on these Spartan races. Spartan race. This one is a Spartan Super. I blew out my hands on that one. I still finished. My calluses on my hands completely exploded. Not sure why you asked me if I still work out or not, as I look fucking great.
Yeah, actually, here's my... because we make fun of each other, Paul. It's what we do. That's 90% of every phone conversation.
I mean, look at my shoulders right now. I mean, are you kidding me?
They what are you doing? You actually look all right. Fucking get out of here, dude. Fucking my
you actually look what? What are you saying? What you don't finish? What are you saying?
I was gonna say you actually look pretty good, but I thought
I'm down to like 189 pounds. Look at that. That's the best one right there.
I thought you weren't working out anymore.
Dude, all I do, what are you talking? I don't know why you're saying that. I don't know if you're just trying to get it because you know that will bother. You know that bothers me. All I do is work out. That's the thing. You don't look at my story. Comics. I have like 200 viewers on my story, and it's not comics because they're like, if you don't do comedy and only do comedy, I don't watch it because comics only watch comics. It's like, ugh, go do something else.
I try not to look at that stuff because
Iron Man.
It makes me
angry. That's an Iron Man. Boom, half Iron Man. You know, like comics are so weird. They're like, all we do is stand up. It's like, are you kidding me? Cool. I'm over here fucking winning medal after medal. Well, participating, you get them at the end. So I
don't got an Iron Man, but I got an Aquaman.
Like so many medals, dude.
Like that.
You kidding me, dude?
Are you not giving that to me because they're different universes? Okay.
That's probably the. Oh shit! Oh shit! I got to plug in my. Are you there?
I'm still here.
My I got 10% battery life, but I can go plug it in a second. Dude, half marathon. But I do want to say that to comics.
I thought dude, since you
hold on, Mike.
Yeah, they're one-dimensional. They suck.
Yeah, but if they watch this, I want to say like while they're always pursuing comedy and still going to the same exact shows, like I did that for 10 years. Go live your life. Get a bow and arrow. Go into the woods and fucking shoot something. Go fucking get a dog. Go walk your dog. Go do something. Go make a family or something. Go make money. Stop doing stand-up every fucking day. You're not going anywhere.
This is something that like the thought of me making my Instagram just stand-up would just the idea infuriates me. I just
well, that's the thing is I've had people follow me. I've had after a Don't Tell show. I had like after a Don't Tell show, I had 10 new followers after my set, and then I posted my bench videos, and I lost 10 new followers.
Really?
People don't like not all of them, but people don't like the people hate the weightlifting. People hate it.
People love it on YouTube. You seen that dude? He's always wearing a hat. He's got like long hair. He's like fucking 20, and the dude is out of his fucking mind on every supplement, HGH and roids, right? I'm just saying he's probably one of the most YouTube famous lifters now. He just blew up, and it's just this fucking dude covered in acne with long hair and a hat. And it's just him doing like vlogs of him at the gym or in his car, eating and just lifting, and that's it. And people love it, dude. My brother was watching. My brother doesn't fucking lift. Like dude, people, there's a whole subsection of dudes who just, and I'll like to watch dudes work out. And I don't know, to me, that's kind of gay. But to them, I don't know. I think it's for dudes that don't have like
I
fun.
love workout videos.
Really? Do you watch,
Yes.
Who's that guy? His name's Mike. And there's always he's become a meme template, and it says "Baby, don't hurt me." My brother used to.
Don't hurt me.
You're not in the hole. You're not in
No,
there.
I love watching powerlifting, even though I don't really do it anymore. I like watching powerlifting. I like people on the Olympic rings who are doing like the Iron Cross. I'm really into drawing now. Oh my God, can I show you my sketchbook?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go get a charger for this.
Plug in your fucking tablet.
Yeah.
And
all right, we have another half hour on this?
Have as much time as you want. I got till like 3:30, then I gotta grab an Uber.
All right. I'll be right back.
Oh.
All right, hold on, Mike. Plugging this bad boy in here. Like my sketch pad is in my car. I gotta go grab it. I want to show this off. So I think I'm getting good. For me. I'm telling you. I'm gonna edit all this downtime, right?
No, fuck you. Like you just walked into picture with like a cave with a koa dragging behind you. I'm leaving that in there.
Oh, did I tell you I got my Bob's Discount Furniture credit card today? Pretty pumped up about that.
You got the picture?
I keep it in my car. I keep it in the car with my Bass Pro and my pocket Bible.
You don't have a pocket Bible, do you?
No. So I go on Instagram. I watch a lot of real artists. I do not consider myself an artist yet, but I'm trying to be because I think it's fucking super cool to draw. All right, so there's Doug. Damn lighting, dude. The damn lighting. Hey, Arnold.
It's pretty good.
And then this one is Hey Arnold with his buddy.
What was his friend's name? Is he wearing a kilt?
Yeah, he wears like a kilt. In person, it looks so much better. I'm looking at that there. It's like you even.
Dude, it looks great. It's fine. It's
so
the guy who just started. It's pretty damn good.
This one's the only thing I'm not good at is like originality with it. So it's hard to come up with from the dome piece, you know. So here's a disc golfer.
That's a nice like South Park hippie character,
right? Mm-hmm. Not bad. And then this one everyone liked online. I actually got like 30 likes on my story for this one.
Hey, Stewie.
Yeah, but the thing is, it looks so blurry
online. That's old school Stewie. That's like Stewie from the first 2-3 seasons too.
There we go. You can see it. Nice.
Or he was just
So
or he was like gay and evil.
So pretty much what I do is I just go, I go on. Oh, I'm trying to do Urkel. Trying to get an Urkel going. This damn lighting, dude. I can't see shit with the lighting. The sun. It's the only room I can work in. But I'm trying to make an Urkel one.
I get kind of see it. Are you gonna make a Stefan to go with him?
Oh, I know, right, dude? Stefan was dope, man. Stefan was dope. Can't see shit. Dude, you can't put this podcast out, dude.
Why?
Because look at that, dude.
Yeah, I know I haven't been doing a good job hosting it. Let me direct the podcast. So Paul, how has your comedy changed since you became a dad?
All right.
Well, you think it got better or worse? That's a really good quagmire.
Not bad, right?
I noticed you're doing like old school, like the very early renditions of the Family Guy characters.
Well, I just go to Google and I just press in popular cartoon characters and then I try drawing them because I think I've always loved art and graffiti and I'm not good at lettering, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to try doing this other stuff instead. And it's been fun. But yeah, as far as being a dad up there, I probably have only like 7 new minutes, but it's been tough. It's been tough. Like I have this one bit that like it's hitting 50-50. I'm talking about how like I feel like my penis is a copy machine because like I made a baby, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if I don't run out of ink, I can make if I don't run out of ink, I can make more copies, you know what I mean? By the way, there's nothing in my beard, it's just shiny from the light.
Paul, 98% of people will not watch this, they're just gonna listen to it. So
wow.
It's important that I glad we did this.
Oh, because I'm showing off all my drawings and no one's even looking.
Trust me, this is for me at this point. This episode is purely for me. Were you scared when your wife had your baby? Because I'm trying to nice Winnie the Pooh. I want to knock up my wife and like I'm excited, but I'm scared at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I was next time we do this, I need a good spot to
Dude, you're the only one who was worried about your lighting. Like I said, no, I'd say maybe 3 people are gonna watch this. All my downloads are through Apple or Spotify.
I would say, yeah, I was definitely really nervous, but I was the one who wanted the baby. So you know, it was very nerve-wracking. There was one time where we were in the hospital, she rolled over and the heart rate went down very low, and that was extremely scary. And then but everything worked out. But I will say, like this, you know, there's some things that come along the way that are a little bit scary. But I actually witnessed birth, which was amazing. I can't believe I never thought I'd see that in my entire life. It wasn't gross. It wasn't weird. It was actually amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was amazing.
Like, the videos I've watched, you know, when you
see, that's already weird. Hold on, before you even go on, that's immediately weird. I'm not. That's immediately strange.
Hold on, I'm not. What do you think? I'm watching fucking birth porn? You think that you think you do too, you fucking piece of shit. I love that you get mad that I don't think you can bench 300, and I'm about to explain to you how I've seen
300. I could bench 300 for 6.
How I've seen birthing videos at like the Museum of Science or in my high school health class.
Okay.
And you think I'm just sitting here just like Googling fucking big cranium baby busts open fucking mom cunt. Like this is no, I'm not actively watching any of that. Like,
Mike, do I love you? Yes. Mike, do I think you're sick? Yes.
I'm not as sick as I used to be. I've improved a lot. We've come a long way.
I know.
We've come a long way. But even like that's too much for me. You know, look, can a pregnant woman be hot? Absolutely. Yeah. There's something kind of hot about a pregnant lady. It means she's fertile. It means she's capable of carrying a seed. I don't want to like I never thought to myself, I want to watch that like that. Ugh. From what I've seen, and I've had to watch the videos, I don't know if in New Hampshire you guys don't have to watch them. I went to Boston public schools. So Paul, at how old was I? At 8 years old, I had a big, like, ex-prisoner. I went to like a Boston public school, and my third grade class was in the same area as the fourth and the fifths. And they go, normally we wouldn't like have third graders watching this, but since you guys are here anyway, come on in. And this big ex-convict, this giant buff black dude comes in and he just starts doing a scared straight thing. And he's just like, he's like, I used to be just like you, just playing with my toys. Then I went to prison. I saw men shoot heroin in their dicks. I saw women shoot heroin in their pussies. I saw this Puerto Rican motherfucker came in. Him and his boys raped a girl. So everyone stuck a pool cue up his ass and they broke it. Motherfucker can't rape because he's in a wheelchair. I swear to God, he's verbatim said this. And I was 7 or 8 years old. I remember, like, it stayed with me for my entire life. Just the pool cue thing really just like the vision has stayed with me. And then by 6th grade, I was getting pamphlets on STDs and like, so that I think I was 11 then. So we were getting a pretty graphic knowledge of life at a young age. Did you guys not do that?
I saw one bit. Now that you mention it, the Museum of Science, I remember seeing it when I was a kid. And I remember that I'm not trying to be, just what really threw me off was how hairy the mom's bush was in the video.
I think I've seen that. I saw that same video. It was exceptionally hairy.
That was, it wasn't, it was nuts. It was.
At first, I thought the baby had just like a full head of hair.
I thought we were at a roller skating rink in the 70s.
It was just bush. It was just bush. So anyway, that didn't, because I've heard guys say that it's magical, right? Like it's a not spiritual magical, but like seeing your kid.
I can tell you the first thing I thought. So I wouldn't say I mean, it was nuts. It was very quiet, believe it or not. It was extremely quiet, and it wasn't screaming or anything like that. I'd say that one of the craziest, my first thing I said was, is her head okay? Because I forgot, they tell you this when I went to classes, the head to get out can cone. My first thought wasn't, oh my God, look at how beautiful my baby was. My first thought was, well, at least her hair will cover that head up.
Yeah. The skull is not fully solidified at birth. It's a little
nuts. It's so bizarre. And it was
that's why you would make sure the doctor reaching in doesn't have like LeBron fingers. He's not gonna come out with a fucking like a thumbprint in her forehead. You gotta I think they use a machine, not a machine, but like a thing now that I don't know what you would call it, like grasps the baby and
what?
Don't they use like a thing that they put in the mom and it kind of grabs the baby's head and they slowly, no, they still just hands in like they're carving a pumpkin.
Oh my God. I think we're gonna have to redo this podcast. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to redo
this is fucking gold. Fuck you.
This is hey, Paul, why don't you never do my podcast? Well, because you're talking about a claw machine taking a baby out of a woman's vagina.
I thought that's what they were doing. I thought there was a fucking like gentle.
Well, maybe they do. I mean, I think what they try to do is as natural as possible, and that's to push it out. You push it out, and that's you push, and the baby does come out. Unless it's stuck. I mean, if it's stuck, don't they usually do the C-section?
Yeah. Well, they cut the bits down there to let them out. I unfortunately, my dad got drunk and told me how I got stuck, and he's like, this is the fun conversations you have when your dad drinks and he comes home and he tells you that they had to cut your mom's vagina for you to come out, and you're just like, I'm gonna carry this with me for the rest of my life, Dad.
Yeah.
You didn't have, my dad told me that. Like just 14, 12 years old, just like just
Oh, so you're laughing. I thought you were crying. Sorry.
No, that's I don't know, it's funny to me.
No, it is. No, I thought you were crying there, knowing that.
No. It's
imagine that. Imagine that I'm wearing a Bass Pro hat and you're crying. God, that'd be a weird episode. That's for sure.
This is a great episode. Stop it. I knew you would do this to me. You fucking.
Well, I didn't want to, that I told myself before this came on too. I'm like, just don't come across miserable, because I think sometimes when
You're
I've
not
done these
miserable.
when I do these in the past, I come across miserable when I'm not, and I'm not miserable. But at the same time, when I think about certain things in comedy, I sound that way because for me, it's funnier to complain. I
It
complain.
is.
That's what I
It
do.
is like, dude, like, remember when we came up with the idea to do a podcast? It was me and you talking shit about comedy, and you had come from some guys. You went to like a trailer. You went to some guy's trailer in a trailer park
Yeah.
to sell him gutters, and you called me and you were like, dude, I don't even want to live like this. This guy made me so sad, and I told you about something I went through. But that's life. Like, part of my podcast is, it's like, hey, we're getting it together, but it doesn't always get together. Like, dude, I went to the jungle. I had this experience. I know everyone on here is sick of hearing about it. I saw God, and that, like, I still struggle to like get my shit right and be happy some days. It doesn't just, like, I remember thinking, I'm just good. I'm good for life, Paul. Like, I've seen God, and now I got my wife, and everything kept, and I'm like, I'm good. I still have to like regularly go in there, and just beat the fucking anger and sad roaches out. Just like it's like my brain is like a dumpster behind an IHOP, right? And I just got to go in there, and there's just fucking raccoons and roaches, and just spray them and beat them with a broom. Get the fuck out of here and let this be a nice healthy dumpster, a nice healthy ecosystem. That's just part of the human experience. I think that's everybody. Everyone, like, I still get jealous. I still get envious. I get angry. I get sad. I get, all that shit. I fight to put it in its place, but it's never, sometimes just get better at like keeping it like down. Like when you feel it, you don't show other people. But like, it is what it is, you know? Like, dude, I've been mean mugging people at the gym because I thought they were mean mugging me. Like, I went in there today and this guy's working out close to me because Colombians don't understand personal space. No Latinos do. And he's like a foot away from me. And I'm doing, like, I'm on like I got dumbbells and I'm doing like a bench press thing for my chest. And he's getting close to me. And I'm like, this fucking, what do you think? I'm a punk because I'm a fucking foreigner, because I'm some gringo? And then he just asked me to videotape him. Like, he was getting up the courage to ask me to videotape him getting a pump in. And whenever I see other foreigners, I'm like, I'm supposed to be like the foreigner here. And finally I made friends with one of them. Dude, I'm so glad I made friends with this guy. He is a fucking palace, Paul. Like, I went to his place up in the hill behind my house. Dude, it's, when you would watch MTV Cribs, he has
Yeah.
that. And it's like, he's a nice dude. And I'm walking around and it was like, how much do you pay for this? He's like 175K for the condo. And I'm like, bro, if I lived like, this is where you bang bitches and do cocaine. Like, if I was a single guy and I had this, like, thank God when I was single, I was broke. I'd be fucking dead. Like, I would be ruined if I had money when I was a pervert. I'd be destroyed. It's whatever. It's just part of life. You're not.
So you're gonna stay over there or what?
Stay what? Down here?
Yeah.
No, like, we got to come back to get the green card for my wife, and then I'll have to do something to come back here. And we're just gonna figure it out, dude. I really miss. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss the U.S. a lot. I miss my friends and family, but also, like, where I live, I'm in the city. Like, you know how, so Boston isn't this densely populated at all, not even close. New York would be a closer fit, but at times even New York didn't feel as densely populated as here does. Like, you kind of like feel like everyone is on top of you. Like, and people are nice. The vast majority of people I meet are incredibly kind to me, especially the older people. They're excited to meet a foreigner. I went for a walk in this park, and you can't go out to the parks here at night or they'll fucking rob you. It's just not safe enough. And my wife won't go to these parks with me because And I was like, it's fine. I went to the park. I'm walking around. I had to walk through like a third world slum. And like when you walk through like a real slummy third world area as a fucking white dude, Paul, like as this, like I'm exceptionally white. So they think that I'm made of gold. And I'm walking through and there's just mountains of garbage. I mean, just mountains of trash. And then I crossed over a river. River is just trash. It's as if somebody was just like there's a mountain that just pumps out trash. And I get to the park and it's beautiful and it's serene. And then I'm leaving and I walk by three guys with machetes and I'm just like, yeah, boy, And then the next day I went to another park. I made friends with some old dude. He in all honesty, he might have been gay. He might have been trying to pick me up, but like, at least I made friends with him. At least he wanted to fuck me, that's like something, we practiced my Spanish, but I miss space. I miss having physical space. Like in the US, you really get space. Like you can own a home and spread out. You can't do that here unless you're out of the city, like out in the hills and stuff, It's just not the same. So I don't know. I also like the lowest. Fuck you. I'm glad I bored you into oblivion.
See that? See the coloring though around the shoulders? It's pretty good.
Hey, can I tell you a funny story?
I mean, Mike, honestly, you haven't talked enough, so please, yeah, keep it going.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck
I love how you invite people on so you can tell me your problems and I can do nothing.
You fucking
Mike, we're gonna have to redo this one. I want to be on an edible next time.
Hey, I like the Bot Simpson. I honestly don't know if you'd be better or worse high on this podcast.
Well, I'd like this one to be a warm up because now I know what I'm in for with you.
I'm still gonna release this. We'll just call it a warm up. Like
what should I put on the sign?
Bot sign.
Yeah.
Don't have a cow, man. He looks like a farmer.
Oh, nice. There we go. See, that's why I've been waiting to release that one. That one's pretty original, to be honest.
The farmer.
Obviously not Bart Simpson, but the drawing is.
You should do an Albato. They have him down here.
Who's that?
You remember when Bot had like his Spanish alter ego called Albato?
Oh yeah. Actually, holy shit, that would be
Batman. So you didn't. I don't know what were we talking about before I went on a rant. We were talking about comedy.
We were talking about you.
You not trying to come off as being upset with comedy, okay?
But I'm really not though. That's the craziest thing.
I know you're not.
I'm really not.
I know you're not. Neither of us are. We just rag on people that we've met who are one-dimensional. And I'm not even talking about successful people because obviously it's understandable why their thing is their thing. It's how they make a living. I'm talking about people who we know who like are not like it's not their main source of revenue and it's still their entire identity.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is that I want to make sure every time I go up, I have something new so I can record it and put it on my Instagram. I really want to get one joke that goes. I don't want it to change my life. I just want to be successful on Instagram. That's all I want. Everything else has been good.
Paul, Instagram has been like it's an older app, so it's incredibly hard to get successful there. Are you posting YouTube shorts? Are you doing TikToks, Snapchat?
I am not doing TikTok because I'm a grown ass man.
Oh,
that is the lamest thing of all time. Because
Instagram Reels is so diametrically different than a TikTok.
It's the word TikTok itself. It's just so like God. I mean, they should have just named it something else. Name it Rockin' Socks. Anything would have been better than TikTok. Like Rockin' Socks.
I wish they named it the Ching Chong because
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wouldn't it be fun if you would like, man, I gotta make a Ching Chong real quick.
Well, it looks like this is fading out. I think we should redo this. I think we should redo this. I hope you don't release this one.
I'm absolutely releasing this one. This is
don't release this one. I don't like this one at all. Oh, I don't like this one. But tonight at 10.
Do you know what sucks is that I know whatever I record with you, you're not fully gonna like it.
Well, here's the thing. If I promised you a date, I'd love it if you mixed and matched two, so you could see daytime Paul and nighttime Paul.
Okay. Right now you got. How about that? How about that? What if I release them at like the same time? And I can put a preface that, hey, Paul was like, I'm off today. Mike was didn't sleep, and he took a painkiller, and he's not all there right now.
Can you do? Do you have the capability of mix and matching audio? Because it'd be kind of cool to have another one if we did one tonight or tomorrow night, and you did like, here was, you put it all into one, but it would show you the daytime one and the nighttime one. I think that'd be more fun than two separate ones. You
mean like you want me to splice them?
Yeah, you do some highlights from this one where we're a little cranky and sober, and then all of a sudden nighttime comes and we're a little bit got a little bit of light in our eyes.
What kind of operation do you fucking think this is? What do you think?
You can't mix the audio up.
I could, but it's like that's you know how long that's gonna take? I used to, when I first started this podcast, I used to do shit like that, and I would spend 8 hours editing a podcast. Now I'm like an adult, and I'm also editing 18 other things. Look, we'll figure it out, but I just wanted to know you're doing fine. And
I know, but that's the thing. I know I'm doing fine, and it sounds like I'm not. So for you to have to tell me that is the reason why this one can't be released.
Who said you're not doing? Who says you're not doing good? I never.
If someone needs to tell you you're doing fine, then it sounds like you're not doing fine. I'm doing fine. We're gonna redo this. We're gonna redo this. I don't want this one out.
I think this is fantastic. I wish you would.
Please stop.
No. Hey, remember when did you ever take an improv class?
No.
Okay, well, I did, because I took acting classes because I'm a fucking thespian. I wanted to be a well-rounded entertainer, and we had to do improv. And part of improv is yes and I've had a few times here, Paul, where I threw something up there and you just went, no, we're not doing that. You did that to me a couple times during the show. You're not yes-anding me. You're like I'm going up for.
I will tell you this though. I will tell you this that I did an improv show, and I actually I went off the cuff. I did my own thing. I was the only one who was pretty much funny on it, and I ended up getting like a $500 golf commercial right after it. So there you go. And if I don't say yes and, it's because you didn't feed me anything.
What? Was that
$500?
Was $500? Was that the astronaut commercial?
Nope, that one I got paid $1,600.
Fuck, dude, I love that you've had more acting success than me, and you've never taken a.
Because yes and is like the generic version of like like when people say set up punchline for jokes. It's like, no, it could be anything. Look at Mike Birbiglia. He does stories. Look at Rory Scovel. He wears a jacket that's hilarious. And by the way, one of my favorite specials, his latest one was amazing. But it's like the yes and thing is just the beginning course of it. It's like the first way to tie a fishing knot. There's like 10 different ways to tie a fishing knot, but you learn the first one. It's yes and. Yes and is for amateurs.
And they just trash me on my own show. Just piece of shit. They just come in here to call me a fucking amateur. You fucking bastard.
At least I don't need to worry about you releasing this, because you're gonna kill yourself directly after this.
Dude, I can endure. I told you, Paul, I'm being bullied by random hillbillies and high school kids right now. I can handle this. The worst part is I got in an argument with them too. I'm usually better than that, Paul, but they caught me in a low point, and I took the bait. I couldn't help myself. Do you ever fall for it? Because you've fallen for it in person. Like you've had some times where like someone in the audience says something and you go a little. You this is the fucking alley oop where you tell me the story where you called that lady a cunt.
Well, I mean, I try not to relive those times, but yes, someone to stab me with the Budweiser beer bottle, and you know what? I'm going to defend myself, you know. And the truth is, it was my neighbor, and she's yelling, "Do the motorcycle joke, the one with your vagina doesn't hit the seat." I'm like, well, you not only suggested the joke, you said my goddamn punchline.
Is that the closest you ever come to getting a fist fight at a show?
No, there was a guy at Old Orchard Beach who I actually got off stage, and I was looking for him for sure.
Oh, so you wanted to hit him more than the other way around. What was he doing? What did he say?
He's just yelling out bullshit. I don't even remember. He just wouldn't stop yelling out stuff at me. And there was one point when I was on stage, I'm like, I'm getting off, right? I'm going to get off. Like, this isn't, the generic thing you could say is this isn't a television screen. I'm really getting off stage here, And it's funny because a lot of people will see like the grocery store Paul, and he's kind of comes across as this innocent, nice guy, and no, he's good. But I do have a little bit of a temper, sure, and especially if I'm drinking and on edibles. And believe it or not, if you mix edibles and alcohol, I do become a guy who enjoys altercation a little bit. So I try to avoid that. So I try to, like, I was at a Celtics game not too long ago, and I was ready to go right then.
What, with who? With an opposing fan?
I don't know what her name was.
How? Who? Like, I can't see, like, maybe a Bruins game, but a Celtics game?
No. So this guy behind us, first of all, we're in the nosebleeds. These were $75 tickets, and Peyton Pritchard can't hear you yell, "Shoot." So stop yelling in my fucking ear. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, shoot it, Peyton, shoot it. I'm like, dude, eventually I was like, dude, no one can hear you but me. Please shut up. And then his girlfriend got all mad at me, and then he got all loud with me. And anyways, he had stolen seats. His seats were actually even worse.
I feel like you're being the aggressor in that story, Paul.
Fine.
But like, don't you go to a game to just be? I don't really like going to sporting events, but don't you go just to be a scumbag? Like, isn't that part of it? You ever watch Spartacus and they would show a scene of the people in the Coliseum and they're like naked and covered in wine? Just that's how I imagine. Like, right? That's what you want in the nosebleeds. You want, like, don't you want? I like the trashiness. Makes me.
I don't know what to say to you, Mike. The guy was, if you were there, the guy was yelling in my ear, and I will say that the other guy next to me was like, "Thank you for shutting him up." So
look, I still would have backed you up. If you got in a fight, I'd punch him in the face and I'd kick him when you were holding him down. I'm not saying I would.
It was so ridiculous. He was doing it on every single play that Peyton Pritchard was out there.
All right, well that does sound kind
of. It wasn't once or twice. You know what I mean? It was to a point where it's like, okay, the beer is not making me forget this guy. There was no dopamine levels hitting anymore. It was just all red. Like, come on, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't care if you're just gonna go, woo. Like, you should hear me. I'm always like this. Here we go, Tatum. That's what I yell. Tatum.
I think.
Here we go, Tatum. You can do it. Put the basket in the ball, please. Banner 18. Here we go. It's my Trump impression.
I want to, like. I've always wanted to throw something at one of the players in any sporting event.
Well, if a guy gets a hat trick in hockey, you can.
Like, in Philadelphia, they throw batteries and just, I don't know, any. No. You didn't know that in Philly, like at the Phillies games, they'll throw batteries. They threw batteries. It's like D batteries. That's where
I'd like to redo this because now it's we're gonna have to redo this, and I want it to be structured, and I want to. We
finally hit our fucking stride, and you tell me like we're getting into the fucking. This is good content. You tell me to read. Anyway, I'd love to throw a D battery at you when you're on stage, you son of a bitch.
Well, now it sounds not only that I'm miserable, it sounds that I'm getting into fights like every single
So
thing.
what? Hey, my closest fight was working the door at Dick Doherty's Comedy Den.
Oh, I had some moments there
fight
too.
there in front of my ex-girlfriend because these people, you know, when what was the number? If we had under a certain amount of people, we would cancel the show, right?
Yeah, like 12.
All right, we had like fucking 7 people, right?
Yeah.
I think it was low, man. It was, and so as I'm packing up, like it's 20 past, 4 people.
20 past.
4 people roll in, okay? And you know, they're middle-aged, they're older, and they go, "What's up with the show?" And I go, "Oh, guys, we didn't have enough people. The show is canceled. You know, it's like, you know, show was at 7:30. I think it was a Friday. You know, it's almost 8 o'clock now." And like immediately the guy, one of the guys turns around. I can tell he's distraught. Like he's mad because somebody made them late. One of the wives must have made them late. They were trying to find parking. And then the other guy turns to me and he goes, "What, are you kidding me?" And I go, "Look, dude, honestly, if you had come here on time, we would have had 12 people and we would have kept the show." And he goes, you need to give us money to make this right. We just paid for parking." And I exploded on him. And then I actually thankfully like walked away and my ex somehow calmed it down. But I've never wanted to hurt people more than when I worked the door for Dick and Kathy. When we worked the door together,
that was tough.
It was Worcester. Worcester made me like this is a dark joke, and you say you like dark jokes, but if I was going to be a serial killer, I'd be a serial killer in Worcester, okay? Because I feel like 80% of my victims would just have it coming, you know?
Warranted, yeah. Warranted. No one's coming to look for those bodies. Exit 23 in Worcester. You know, I'm going to say this, and it's going to also make me sound miserable, and I'm not, but it's like you kind of wish that like everybody who works the door, you know, like we did, they usually have like you usually hear that successful, oh, I used to work the door, but now I'm selling out arenas. like, you know, like I don't, what drives me nuts is like the uber successful people. Just admit that you have a little bit of luck. Just admit you got a little bit of luck. Please just admit it, because there's a lot of other funny people that the mark didn't hit. You know what I mean? You got to go sell windows. You know, you always think like, oh, if I do the right thing at the right time and I seat these people correctly, I collect the money. Kathy still yells at me. It's okay because I'm going to be famous at this someday, and I'm going to look back. Hold on. I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, you know what? It was all for something. I used to seat them, and now, well, I'm doing a podcast with Mike, talking about how I used to seat them.
I just cleaned out my email. Like my email had like 5,000 unread emails. So I went through and I found all the old emails from Kathy in the office when they would message us with the lists of people who had reservations. And when you have to, I would have to leave my blue collar construction job, print them out at home, drive to Worcester, get there in time to set up. And I remember being like, and it hit me and I went, oh, I used to do this. And the whole time I was driving out there, my girlfriend's car, I'd just be like, I'm going to be rich and famous. And then I get to tell this to Joe Rogan. Like this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you.
I know. Have you ever answered questions during an interview of a podcast by yourself? Like let's say it's Joe Rogan. He asks like Joe List a question, but you pause it and you answer yourself.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? I didn't.
So let's say you're on Joe Rogan's podcast, but he has like Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrologist astrologist.
Oh, you there. Pause it and you pretend like you're there. Yeah, I'll fucking.
Yeah. Dude, glad you asked, Joe. Actually, I do think that
all the time. I would like pause the podcast and I would pretend like I was talking. Before podcasting, when I first started comedy in the shower, I'd pretend like I was on Conan O'Brien or the Tonight Show, right? And then they'd ask me, and I had already planned out my entire spiel I was gonna do with Conan. It was all ginger jokes. It was me making ginger jokes with him, right? How ginger was our slur. It's only we can use it, right? That was like my first opener ever, was ginger with an A. And but I do that one with Rogan. I'll pause it and I pontificate and then I go, oh, I was listening to a podcast. What I actually do is I don't realize, but as I'm thinking, having the conversation with myself, my lips move. And I'll just be sitting somewhere going, I do it in the gym. And then I realize people are staring at me and I go, oh fuck. Like they think they think I'm a psycho.
Well, like Shaquille O'Neal asked Bert Kreischer on his podcast today. No lie, I paused it. He goes, what do you think about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight? And I paused it and I went, you know what? I'll be totally honest. I thank you for asking, Shaq. Huge fan, by the way. Loved you on the Magic. I appreciate you coming to the Celtics. Too bad about your toe, but I will say that because he had a big toe injury back then, and I was just like, as long as Mike Tyson doesn't take a fall or a dive, there is no way Jake Paul is getting out of the first or second round. But the problem is that we've seen this done so many times. Why would Jake Paul get in there with Mike Tyson? I don't think he even is close to Mike Tyson at 57 years of age. There's just no chance. But we've seen this happen before, and we know what's going to happen. It's either going to be Mike Tyson's only going to do body shots so Jake Paul can survive, or it's going to be them going around each other, Jake Paul running around him. I just hope to God that Mike Tyson isn't saying yes for money so he can get knocked out, which I don't think he would. I think he's on saying I can't see that. I'm saying I don't see that.
Who's going to win?
That, but it will completely. Let me just finish this one last thing. It will completely.
I'm Shaq. I'm Shaq right now. Just picture me, but big and black, and I play basketball. I'm Shaq. Who's going to win? Who's going to win, Paul?
I'm going to say Mike Tyson all day, but I just think that there's something. I can't imagine Jake Paul really being confident about this. He's absolutely insane if he really thinks that he can. He can box Mike Tyson.
You know what? I hate that I'm saying this, and I don't think it's going to be a real. I think they're going to keep it from being a real fight.
That's what I was saying.
I think Jake's going to win, and I don't like saying
it. But the thing is, I think if Jake wins, it's because Mike Tyson is only going to do body shots. That's what I think.
Mike Tyson isn't angry anymore, and he's like 51. He's still Mike Tyson, dude. I get it. He's 57, bro.
57. He went against Roy Jones, and he was very nice to Roy Jones in there because they were both older. And Mike Tyson did not. He did some body shots and he let up. Mike Tyson is just not. I know it. If he doesn't win, it's because he's going around doing body shots and he's not hitting Jake in the face.
He doesn't hate Jake. A lot of fighters go in there and they go, I hate this dude. Because it's easy to hate the Paul brothers, right? They kind of make you want to hate them just with how they are, their antics. They're just every young, successful, pranky YouTuber. I hate because they're rude people. It's hard for me not to. And I've evened out on the Pauls. But do you think he's not gonna go in there fucking bite? He's not gonna have that, So that's
what we all want.
Shaq,
it's what we all want, though. It's what we all want. We all want to see Mike Tyson just prove that Father Time has not hit him yet, and he's gonna go out there and he's gonna hurt Jake Paul. Because the thing is, Jake Paul is when he beat Anderson Silva, that pissed me off. Anderson Silva is one of my all-time favorite fighters of all time, and I just think that it's just if he had a couple more rounds, I think Anderson Silva wins that. It's too short.
It's like if somebody in your class, let's say you're in high school, your seniors or in college, and he goes around fighting your grandpas and his friends, and you're like that's my fucking hero. You beat up I know. Yeah. Oh, your grandpa's not tough, and you're like, he's fucking stormed Normandy. He's just fucking 90. You bastard.
Yeah. That's when he him beating Anderson Silva was just so frustrating because I think Anderson, if they rematched it, I think Anderson would win. And I also think if Anderson had a couple more rounds, Jake was going to be way too tired to even keep his hands up.
He's not a boxer though, right? Silva's a UFC guy.
Yeah.
The other thing, because you watch UFC, right?
Yes.
Do you think
I order about 8 pay-per-views a year?
Do you think
I buy them.
Boxing is done? Is boxing going to be relegated to just this fucking gimmick? Because a lot of guys think boxing is. I actually like boxing. I prefer it to UFC. I like the ethos of the UFC. I like the characters and their attitudes. Like I like McGregor and I like Sean Strickland, and you don't get those characters in boxing. And boxing is kind of been rigged so much, but I do like the sport.
So that's the problem with boxing, is that there's so much funny business. There's too many gangsters that do weird shit on the side, and they got to build up their stars. But Anthony Joshua knocking out Francis Ngannou made some people look. They're like, holy shit. That was like, Francis Ngannou is one of the scariest guys of all time. And I never thought I'd see him laying down on the canvas, and he got knocked unconscious by Anthony Joshua. So now you got Anthony Joshua coming back to beat some, you go against Tyson Fury. That'd be a huge fight. Tyson Fury's going against this other guy. I forget his name. Zurak or something like that. But Tyson Fury's super fun to watch, and Deontay Wilder. So there's a couple fights out there. There's a couple good ones.
I mean, you don't feel that way about the NBA? You don't, because the NBA to me is the most rigged major sport.
I don't know, but I will say that the refs are way too much involvement in how games turn out. It's so, because I love basketball, is my number one sport I watch. So
really,
yeah, huge. I probably watch about 80 out of 82 season. I probably watch 60 games out of the 82. I probably miss about 22 just because I'm off doing something. But I watch literally 60 to 65 games. I always have them on every single night.
You should come down here. So the biggest sport here is soccer, obviously, and the second biggest one is basketball, right? So, and that's globally, because soccer and basketball, you can play them on a court in the city. You don't need a lot of. Did you just spit?
I gleeked.
What the fuck? What is that? A squirt? Did you just squirt? Did you pussy? What the fuck? Why would you? What was that? What the? What did you just? What the fuck? You just gonna pretend like you just gonna do that in front of me and like let me just? What the fuck?
I usually can. It comes from under the tongue.
What are you, like a spitting fish? What are you, catching grasshoppers? What? Why did you do that? Was that unintentional? Why did you? What was that? You just like drool spit it down your in the middle.
No, it actually took flight. It's not even near me.
Like we're getting into the good and the gravy, you know. Like Paul and Mike talk the fucking sports, whatever, you know. We're like WEEI or whatever. I don't know. I don't listen to sports talk radio, but whatever that would be. I don't understand what are you trying to do right now?
It comes from under the tongue.
Why are you? But what is that? Are you spitting?
Well, first of all, I didn't know you'd see it.
You're on camera, Paul. You're on. I'm watching you. Like, it's just me and you. I'm looking.
It's how I test if I'm dehydrated or not. If I can't gleek, then I'm dehydrated.
So you just like spit on yourself?
Yeah. So if I can't do it, it's gleek. It's gleek.
You know how I find out if I'm dehydrated? I get thirsty. Like my body goes, hey, I'm thirsty, and I drink water.
Water.
Anyway, Paul, we should go to a soccer game and you can gleek all over everybody in the stands. We should go to a fucking Medellin soccer game.
It's gonna be the Odd Real Monsters guy.
That's pretty cool. You know, I went to one. I'm trying to tell people that I like soccer now, and I'm trying to get into it. I went to one game here, Paul. Guess what the score was?
0-0.
Yeah, exactly. It was 0. I watched a game for 90 minutes. And
it's so frustrating. It's like what is going on here?
It was fun in the stands watching them, but who is that? Like a doped out Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Do you watch Meat Canyon?
No, I never heard of it. Oh, this one's one of my better ones.
That's a good Lisa Simpson. So Meat Canyon is a YouTuber who makes he draws funny cartoons. Like he has one where he had Bugs Bunny, like, but it's like almost sexually assaulting Elmer Fudd. It was really funny stuff. Like,
I like tripping. I like I want to be able to put like Hey Arnold on the moon. You know what I mean? Like I want to put him like on the moon with mushrooms and stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
Did you used to have that joke about smoking weed on the moon? Was that you?
It wasn't me.
It was somebody else used to work Matty P. Brown. Okay, sorry, I just confused you with him for a second.
Before we do anything else, do you want to hear me play piano?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I love that we like had this amazing stride going where we were talking about sports and then you just decided to spit all over yourself and fucking destroy the flow. But yeah, play piano for me.
Okay, hold on.
You fucking suck. Hey, you never answered me if boxing is done, huh? Also, just before
boxing's not done at all. First of all, it's internationally boxing's pretty big.
Who's your
especially
favorite
in Europe?
Fighter? Who's your favorite? You a Strickland guy? Hey, podcast with me while you play. Show me how talented you are.
How loud was that?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of just perfect. A little more.
Up.
Yeah. Dude, why aren't you one of those comedians who brings a keyboard on stage? You were like a comedy music guy. Like,
because I only know one song.
Galifianakis used to do that. He was a piano guy.
Oh, dude, the Purple Onion was one of my favorite stand-ups of all time.
I actually never found Zach's stand-up funny ever.
Dude, the
He's
Purple
great
Onion.
in movies. I didn't.
Purple Onion.
I didn't like it, dude.
You tell me right now you don't like the Purple Onion.
No, like it was okay,
but tell me this right now.
The only stand-up special I've ever seen with a comedian with an instrument that I enjoyed was Adam Sandler's last special. I actually thought it was amazing. And it was because he mixed stand-up. That joke about when you're wiping your ass and you just finally give up, unbelievable. Most relatable fucking joke ever.
I thought the UFC ears was hilarious.
Oh,
he's got a case of UFC ears. UFC
wallet,
ears.
Wallet, keys,
wallet, phone.
Keys, wallet. That was amazing.
I've watched that special like 4 times.
That is, I never thought I would enjoy Adam's special like that. Like as a kid, I'd listen to like that cassette, right? You know, like remember, I forget the name of it. It was a picture of him as a kid in his pajamas.
And so I have to go back on daddy duty.
All right.
But right. I will say this. We're going to redo this because I want to do this now that I know the platform. I think you and I can hit on some good subjects. I think we should do comedy, sports, and then specials that we like.
Paul, that's why I usually arrange these things ahead of time. I tell somebody when we're going to do it, and then I sit down and you might not believe this, but I'm a little professional. And I write down topics to talk to the person about, but you are like, fucking do it with me now. Then you call me slurs.
I'll take full blame, but I would love to.
I'll take blame too. Like it's,
I think we have a good thing once we start going, and I'd like to, because I don't like how I came off in the beginning. I didn't like that. I don't like it.
You were just getting used to it. It doesn't matter. It's
fine. But now they're warmed up. Can we not put this? Can we just redo one?
Dude, your pussy was dry. Like it just wasn't wet yet.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No, and also I want to, like, next time I do it, I just want to relax, have a beer and an edible with me.
Yeah, we'll do too. We'll do another one.
Okay, delete this one.
I'm not deleting this one. Because by then everyone's going to be like, "Oh, this Paul dude, sounds like he's you're multifaceted. You came in here, you play piano, you talk sports, talk comedy, you fucking showed off your medals, you work out, you draw. Women are listening. They're like, this guy's got a big dick. Like you came off. I think you came off pretty well, dude. I'll be honest with you. If I was running a comedy festival, I'd bring you, and I'd tell you to bring only 2 people. I wouldn't make you bring 4 like everyone else.
All right, I gotta go to daddy duty right now, but let's plan another one.
All right, that's fine. I gotta go to my Spanish class, my last Spanish class today, and I didn't do my homework. Not really.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, dude.
Peace, brother.